Welcome back to another video. My name is India and I'm going to switch it up a little bit for you today. Make sure you stick around for this one. Yes, dear, this is very impromptu, very just spare the moment. I am straight off work. I am about to go to the grocery store because I have no idea what I want to make my family for dinner. So I'm gonna just go to the grocery store and try to be inspired. Most of the time when I go to the grocery store, and you know me going so frequently, it's because I have to provide my family with dinner. So I'm on my way to the grocery store and I was thinking, let's make a video about how expensive it really is to be healthy or to be fit. So now, if you really follow my content, I hope you do. I hope that's why you're here with me today. If you don't, you need to start today. But if you follow me, I made a YouTube short not too long ago, just responding to a post that was made. I'll leave the post on the screen right now. A lady pretty much said it's expensive to stay healthy. And so I am going to actually insert the short that I made and then we'll be right back. So someone in the post states that staying in shape is really expensive. This post went viral. Although a lot of people have that same mindset, a lot of people actually disagree with her as well. I feel like I'm very qualified to speak on this subject. I have lost over 130 pounds and I've maintained my weight loss for years. This conversation is to open up people's mind. It is not a health debate. Walking is free. Fasting is free. You don't need an expensive gym membership. You don't need any fancy groceries. See, a lot of the time people will see these ultra processed foods and they're marketed as healthy and people think that's eating healthy. And so when you're buying these processed foods, that food is going to be expensive. Obesity and obesity-related diseases in the United States is an economic burden exceeding $1.4 trillion annually. Just obesity-related medical care is costing us nearly $2 billion. So I was looking online and I'm using the same source, the same grocery store. A bag of apples, $3.56. A bag of potato chips, $4.48. A bag of potatoes, $2.97. A pack of cookies, $4.76. And now we're getting into the health foods, the foods that are marketed as being healthy. This container of protein powder costs over $19. And this is why people think it's expensive to be healthy. But as you saw, if you really focus on whole single ingredient foods, bags of apples, potatoes, fresh broccoli, I'm pretty sure is not a lot of money. A pack of chicken versus a bucket of chicken at your favorite fast food restaurant, it's really not that expensive. Like I said, this is not a debate on what's healthy and what's not, but guys, just keep your minds open and stay healthy. So yeah, girl, I am on my way to the grocery store right now to really see how expensive it is to buy decent whole foods, healthy foods. I hate labeling certain foods healthy. I don't like the word healthy because everyone has their own definition of what's healthy and what's not, you know. And so we're about to see how much money it really costs. We're going to compare, we're going to contrast, we're going to have us a good time. So again, y'all stick around and let's get inside this store. First things first, I have over 10,000 steps for today. Now, I intentionally parked far away from the store. And by me parking far away from the store, I am getting in extra steps. Walking is free. Getting in steps is free. I took a 30-minute walk today during my lunch break. I do this every day. So again, I have over 10,000 steps. It is about 3 p.m. and that's free. Staying in motion, it can be free. All right, we have some bell peppers. These are 99 cents each. Compare that to $3.49. Butternut squash, $1.29. Compare that to $4.99. cucumber, 79 cents each. Compare that to $4.99. A whole variety of frozen vegetables, $1.99. Compare that to $5.99. Canned vegetables, 99 cents. Compare that to $4.99. And notice I'm, finding things that are actually on sale. So this ice cream is on sale and it still costs more. Tomatoes, $2.99. Compare that to $5.99. This pasta is only 99 cents. Compare that to $4.87. See, a lot of people think this is healthy, right? This is processed. Of course, it's going to be more expensive, but people associate this with health food. Start reading those labels. This family pack of chicken, $6.48. Compare that to $9.99 processed. Bags of salad, 2 for $6. Some of us think this is healthy, and I eat these. I'm about to buy 2 of them, but it's $8.99. It's processed, but be careful. Green cabbage, 89 cents per pound. These bananas ended up being 82 cents. That's it. Honestly, I can sit here all day long and just compare and contrast prices, right? And I don't think that's going to help prove my point. I can look at prices all day. I can be in the grocery store all day, and that's not going to really prove my point. I think a lot of people just have it wrong, because when I saw that post, I was like, why are people thinking that it's so expensive to be healthy? Ever since I've been on my kick, I've been saving so much money by not going to fast food, by not buying ultra processed foods, and by eating things like apples and strawberries. I'll buy a bag of grapes. That stuff is a lot more inexpensive, but I think a lot of people just assume, and I have a point to make, I think a lot of people just assume that, big tubs of protein powder, protein bars, different supplements. People associate that with being healthy. And there's nothing wrong with that, especially if you're trying to, get up your protein. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But a lot of processed foods that are being advertised as health foods are very expensive. A lot of these ketogenic friendly foods are very expensive. Even myself, I buy bread that's labeled keto friendly bread. I buy it because it is lower in calories. A lot of people won't associate bread as health food, but I buy it personally because I like it. But stuff like that is what shies a lot of people away from buying that option. These keto foods or low carb, a lot of the processed foods that's associated with being healthy are going to cost a lot more money. Just being in a grocery store, I was in an aisle, and the aisle was labeled nutrition. There's no such thing as a nutrition aisle. If you want to shop healthy, and again, guys, I hate that word because people have it so wrong, but if you want to shop for better options, shop the perimeter of the grocery store. Shop on the outside of the store. You really shouldn't be going through the aisles if you want health food. Shop the fresh produce, the stuff that's not processed. Everything is processed, if you will, but the stuff that's not pre-chopped, or the stuff that's not, the dried fruits and fruit bars. Shop for fresh whole fruits, vegetables, even some frozen fruits and vegetables, even some canned fruits and vegetables, your fresh produce, your fresh meats, some dairy. But if you shop on the outside of the grocery store, you'll find that it's really not that big of a difference. Bags of chips are costing $5 and $6 and $7 when you can buy a bag of apples for $2. Groceries overall, they're just expensive. But yeah, If you're watching this and you think it's a little overwhelming to, buy foods that are a little bit better for you, or you're trying to improve your lifestyle, but you feel like you're about to break the bank, please do not be discouraged. Please do not be discouraged. And I guess that's the point that I'm trying to make, because I did want to do this little experience and just shop around and really pay attention to the prices. But guys, do not be discouraged. If you are on your journey, good luck on your journeys. Be smart. And I will see you in the next one.
I need to log off, I need to step back. Constantly online, causing me setbacks too. Every day see so many people doing the things you do, and they're doing it better too. Whoa, whoa. It's like, why should I even try when there's always someone